We wouldn't have a lot of great gangster TV shows and movies like Goodfellas, The Sopranos, and Scarface if it wasn't for 1927's Underworld, which comes in at number 100 on Silent Era's Top 100 Silent Movies list. A list I'm going through film by film discussing whether the movie actually should be considered one of the greatest silent movies ever made. Underworld was by no means the first gangster film. A lot of 1910s movies, such as D.W. Griffith's The Musketeers of Pig Alley, showed gang warfare amongst urban youth. But Underworld was really the earliest film that codified all of the common tropes that would become commonly known as the gangster genre into one film, with plenty of Tommy guns, Prohibition-era drinking, fights with the feds, shootouts, violence, and you have yourself all the ingredients you need for a great gangster film. Being a silent movie, it does not have the colorful dialogue that we associate with the gangster genre, but Underworld has a ton of great techniques it uses in order to set the gangster milieu and environment. First off, the writer of the film, Ben Hecht, who had spent a lot of time as a crime beat reporter in Chicago, incorporated a lot of the real-life stories of gangsters he had known and worked with into the events of the film. So it gives it a very realistic, lived-in feel that is actually quite accurate to the time period. Second, the casting and acting is fabulous, especially in the case of George Bancroft. Bancroft's Bullweed is the perfect gangster. He's petty, vindictive, violent, prideful, yet he remains likable, charming, and charismatic throughout. If you had a worse actor who wasn't able to play such a complex character, the film would totally fall apart. And last but not least, director Josef von Sternberg's mastery of lighting and cinematography. Not only is the film just absolutely stunning and every single frame is just beautiful to look at, but this is used to emphasize the lavishness of the gangster lifestyle. Von Sternberg was one of the best visual artists to ever come out of Hollywood, and he spares no expense in Underworld to make these smoke-filled speakeasies look more visually compelling and alluring than ever before. Because of all these elements, Underworld became a surprise smash hit for Paramount in 1928 and would go on to spurn a string of successful gangster films in the early 1930s with The Little Caesar, The Public Enemy, and the original Scarface with Paul Muni. Even without taking into consideration the film's influence in helping establish one of the greatest American film genres, Underworld definitely deserves to be considered one of the greatest silent films. If you like this video and want to see more reviews of silent movies, go ahead, like this video, share it, and follow me for more videos in this series.